Alright, welcome in, everybody. We done made the mistake, but at least we got her. Tried to walk over to the chocolate as well to see if I could grab that. Nope. It's like the shells were cut off all of a sudden. It's like maybe I needed to look at it before we
Are you alright?
or look at it after we you know.
Yes, it's just a scratch. Be careful. Don't worry, we're just having a look. Alice? Alice! Wait, what are you doing?
Visitors. Ralph doesn't like visitors. They're nasty. They may hurt Ralph.
She's just a little girl. She's not gonna hurt you.
Little girl. She's not a little girl. Anyway, what does that matter? Maybe she wants to hurt Ralph.
I don't know what the humans did to you, but she had nothing to do with it.
All humans want to hurt us. But Ralph won't let them hurt him again. No, he won't let them.
We thought nobody was here. All we want is a place to spend the night.
Visitors are dangerous. Look. What they did to Ralph.
Listen, we really need some help. It would be so kind of you if you'd let us stay.
You must excuse Ralph. Ralph still finds it difficult to control himself. Sometimes his fear makes him do things he regrets.
Okay. We'll just stay the night.
Come on! Come on! This way.
Yeah.
Ralph has lived here since he ran away. Ralph never
Appreciate all the refreshes in the building.
Humans come in to squat from time to time.
Y'all are awesome.
Ralph just hides till he leaves. Come.
Greatly appreciate ya.
Come on. You can make yourself at home here. Ralph is gonna go into the other room. He would like to stay with you. But he has things to do.
It's just for one night, Alice. We'll find a better place tomorrow. Right. Let's see where you can sleep. Sit down and I'll start a fire. RA9. What does that mean?
What?
Those symbols. Why are you writing that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, there's nothing in here. It's just like a thing to view. I still need wood. Well, that's wood, ain't it? Can't use that? Where's the wood? And there's wood everywhere. Why can't I just use any of it? Maybe upstairs is just not got anything for us? Oh. It was where just right there where the newspaper was. Huh.
You can come to bed. I did what I could. It's not much, but at least you'll be warm.
I'm disappointed that it wouldn't let us bring the stuffed animal a chocolate, because this would have been one where we could have done something with it.
Why didn't he ever love me? Why was he always so upset with me? All I wanted was a life like other girls. Maybe I did something wrong. Maybe I wasn't good enough. That's why he was always so angry. I just wanted us to be a family. I just wanted him to love me. Why can't we just be happy?
I don't know, Alice.
You'll never leave me, right? Promise you'll never go.
I promise.
Will we be together forever?
Forever.
Now, I could have had a double up, which bugs me, but I don't... The thing is, then we'd have to go through everything again. I think it would be more organic to just let it be.
You've got to sleep. Sleep tight, Alice.
We could have had 3 positives, but I still think that's a pretty good ending. See, there's no way to distinctively go and do that. I took too much time, but because I couldn't find the thing. There's a bunch of other stuff to do in the supermarket too, but and obviously the paths with the hotel and all that. And you need the disguise and that, so it's like, No matter what, I'm going the squad option. Like the rest of that all worked out really well. It's just on this bit right here, or right here. No, yeah, right here. We could have given her chocolate or stuffed animal, but because I looked at him before distracting him, I wasn't able to do that. So we're gonna stick with our choices here. I know we could have done one better, but I mean, for all we know, she could have maybe been upset at us for getting that for her, because she didn't want us to steal the money. So why would she want, or the money? She didn't want us to steal the clothes. So why would she be okay with us stealing the money or chocolate or stuffed animal? I know she wouldn't have known. She probably would. She would have been happy, but I mean, I can't just redo that whole bit just for that. I mean, right? That'd be a lot. I don't have legs. What are we missing? Oh. Corrupted audio data as well. Plug it in. Incompatible. Compatible. There's like other parts that we need to replace though, ain't there?
There's a place where we can be free. Find Jericho. Find Jericho. Where are you going?
Looks like I'm not the only one that escaped. Incompatible. Dang, a lot of incompatibles.
Begging you, please. End it. I don't want to live anymore. Make it quick.
Gotcha, buddy.
I want to live. Thank you.
Come on. The up is really hard to get to initiate. Nice.
Hello. I'm an AK-700 android. I was designed to serve you. My program has detected an anomaly. Please contact the nearest CyberLife maintenance center.
There we go. Now to see if we can find the processing core without taking out that one that asked us to spare them. Pump regulator. I think that was another one of Kara, because we seen that video about her singing. She sang in Japanese for us. It was pretty cool. It may be that we have to take out that one, even though she asked us to let her live. Because I don't see anybody else. I think we gotta take that option. I'll see what else we could do. Whoa. Literally, I don't see anything else. And you have the pump regulator, right? Yeah. Quick. Huh. It says every part you need has two options. It says you can find the other pump regular pretty easily after you get the eye, but this don't seem pretty easy to me. There ain't nothing around. Ah, never mind. There it is. And that's why we ask on certain particular questions. Because I want to make correct decisions. They may not be the best decisions, but at least they lead to good destinations. This is like straight out of a horror movie type thing though. Some like Terminator Terminator type origin story. I know that's not what he's all about, but I could just imagine a graveyard of robots like that and them all trying to escape. Like, it's a little terrifying. And now they can't tell if he's man or android.
My name is Marcus.
Exactly. That's what matters. Yo, hey, coming through with the raid. Welcome in. Welcome in. How we doing? How we feeling? I appreciate you. How's your day going? What games were you playing? What was we getting up to? Get you that proper shout out. Yep. Oh, I ain't followed. Huh. Let me fix that. I love this game. I have played it so many times. This is my second attempt. I played it when it first came out, you know, back in the day, but I literally, in my playthrough, I had a bad ending with Marcus and Kara, and then I had like a bad ending with Kara and Connor and a neutral ending for Marcus. And so like I wanted to come back and see if I can do things better. And yeah, I'm enjoying it. We played a couple of levels several times over to get different options and explore different paths. I'm trying my best to make it like into a game I haven't played before, so I'm making all like the choices. Not that I didn't necessarily make, but I'm like, if I feel like I made a big enough mistake that it's influencing to a bad ending, then I kind of turned around and fixed it. Like, I'm not trying to get perfect endings, but I want to at least get a good ending, you know? Played some WWE, let's go. Yeah, I played like 4 or 5 times. Never remember what I picked. Yeah, so I'm doing it, like,
it's good to see you.
by sequence. So like if I like the sequence, we keep it. If I want to fix something, we go back and fix it, because it lets you do those checkpoints. So I've been going back
And the way you interrogated it was very clever.
bit by bit.
You've been remarkably efficient, Connor.
Thank you, Amanda.
We've asked the DPD to transfer to us for further study. It may teach us something about what happened. The interrogation seemed challenging.
Once my Connor has made it to the end,
It
traumatized.
showed signs of PTSD after being abused by its owner. As if its original program had been completely replaced by new instructions.
Yeah, no, I don't.
This Lieutenant Anderson has been officially assigned to the deviancy case. What do you make of him?
I think he's irritable and socially challenged. But I also think he used to be a good detective. He's an intriguing character.
Unfortunately, we have no choice but to work with him. What do you think is the best approach?
Friendly.
I will try to establish a friendly relationship. If
Down?
I want you to trust me, it will be helpful for the
Why is that
investigation.
down?
More and more androids show signs of deviancy. There are millions in circulation. If they become unstable, the consequences.
But yeah,
will be
my hope is
disastrous.
to get good endings for all of them. I've seen that there's the dual sides of it, like Connor making it to the end, and then there's like also Connor dying 11 times apparently for one of the achievements. I will be back, like a Terminator.
Hurry, Connor.
I'm
There's
attempting
little time.
to have like the best. So what my goal is like you say, to keep Connor alive the whole time. And because like I saved the cop in the beginning, and it's like if we make it to this bit further up ahead, we can interact with him again, and it'll have a good thing. So I'm trying to really have good interactions. Obviously, we went way up with Amanda, then we went down. Like that kind of does bother me. So, but I don't know what would be the right thing to say to her either. That's been my whole debate. I'm not trying to get like the perfect thing to say. I just want to be like comfortable in the decisions that we are deciding, kind of thing.
Do you have authorization?
Yes.
Lieutenant Anderson hasn't arrived yet, but you can wait at his desk.
And plus, I never played this for stream. I did this before I was streaming, so I thought it'd be cool to go back to it. And I'm attempting to, because we had like because I had bad endings the first time. I really feel like, you know, there's a chance to have an entirely different story this way. And so that's kind of what I'm attempting to do. Is have a I just want to have a good playthrough. Like, I feel like, technically, the way that Marcus goes, I look through my achievements, and I probably had a pretty decent thing with him, but the other two were absolute bad. So, because, like, I didn't know that,
You and you come with me.
the part with the border, like getting them over the border to safety with Alice and Kara. What I didn't know that was influenced by the rest of the game. So it's like, there's a bad thought of robots by the time you get there, you get denied, and that's what happened to me. So I'm trying to be good all around. That's my goal from the very beginning. Is I want to be good as if a human, because it's like become human, right? So you want to be good, a good human, right? Like that's my thought. Famous Detroit painter dies. Carl Manfred, one of Detroit's brightest lights. UN warns World War III. President Warren at 33% approval. Proliferate years followed until a dark period marked by alcohol and drugs, but the artist had apparently returned to his work in recent months. The governor of Detroit expressed her condolences to the family on behalf of the city, described Manfred as one of Detroit's brightest lights, a collection. Okay. Ivanov says niet. Russian president responds to Warren's warning. CyberLife, world's first $1 trillion company. Global population reaches 10 billion. Whoa. That's like, what, 7 billion more than we have now? What the heck? Oh, there's nothing else to read on that one. It's just a cover. Okay. Where's the desk?
I'm looking for Lieutenant Anderson's desk.
It's that desk right there.
Ah. The one I didn't notice because it's so far back here. Wait, I thought it was this one. Anderson, there we go.
Excuse me. Do you know what time Lieutenant Anderson usually arrives?
Depends on where he was the night before. If we're lucky, we'll see him before noon.
Thanks.
Okay. Explore a new office. Go see the Deviant. Interesting.
Of course I'm gonna see.
Wait, what? Use your brain, not your android. Android free space. More than 50 arrests throughout the country. Detroit's Finest has dealt a massive blow to the city's growing red ice epidemic. With a number of high-profile dealers and suppliers now behind bars and narcotics seized with the street value of $500,000, Detective Hank Anderson, a young but hugely talented detective, is said to have been instrumental in the operation, which took months of planning. The DA described the work of Detective Anderson as his colleagues as a model investigative police work. Becoming the youngest lieutenant on the Detroit police force, Lieutenant Hank Anderson was among the most decorated detectives in DPT history, securing a number of high-profile arrests and serving as an integral member of the force. Captain Fowler said the promotion was long overdue, describing Anderson as among the most talented police I've ever worked with. The new lieutenant is expected to rise quickly through the ranks of the department and is already being tipped as a future commissioner. Nearly a ton of red ice discovered in a hold of a boat after a long investigation conducted by Lieutenant Anderson and of the Detroit police. And then his accolades stop. Cold coffee. Traces of caffeine. No, really. What else would coffee be? There's 2 more clues somewhere. Multi-department unit responsible for Red Ice Network dismantle of 2028. St. Bernard dog. And he showed up. I should have.
Oh, Jesus.
I should have gone and looked at the other guy.
In my office.
Oh wait, but what about the deviant bit? It says go see the deviant. But I should be listening in too. Oh, I'm so confused. This guy.
Look at that. Our friend, the plastic detective, is back in town. Congratulations on last night. Very impressive.
Hello. My name is Connor.
Never seen an android like you before. Model are you?
RK-800. I'm a prototype.
A prototype? Android detective. So machine's gonna replace us all. Is that it? Hey, bring me a coffee, dipshit. Get a move on! I gave you an order.
I'm sorry, but I only take orders from Lieutenant Anderson.
Oh. If Hank hadn't gotten in the way yesterday, I would have fucked you up for disobeying a human. Stay out of my way. Because next time, you won't get off so easy.
I was supposed to go talk to the deviant, bruh. I wasted my time.
Several sources report that
What are you looking at? Hey, fuck you.
They're going to destroy me.
I'm sorry. It's not what I wanted. But there's nothing I can do. I know there's something you didn't tell me. I need to know before they take you away. The sculpture you made. Tell me more about it.
I'm going to die.
I guess that wasn't the right choice. It's weird. It seems like the unlockables.
Open the cell, quick! Hurry!
It seems like the unlockables aren't always a good choice. Maybe you would have gotten a different answer. Or something else. We'll have to look through our timeline again after we complete this one.
I get the impression my presence causes you some inconvenience, Lieutenant. I'd like you to know I'm very sorry about that. Now that we're partners, it would be great to get to know each other better. In any case, I'd like you to know I'm very happy to be working with you. I'm sure we'll make a great team. Is there a desk anywhere I could use?
No one's using that one.
What'd that say?
You have a dog, right?
How do you know that?
The dog hair's on your chair. I like dogs. What's your dog's name?
What's it to you? Sumo. I call him Sumo.
You're a Detroit Gears fan, right? Denton Carter scored 53% of his shots from the three-point line yesterday. Did you see the game?
That's what I was watching at the bar last night.
Oh.
Ah! Up and a down. Man. I feel like anti-androids is a bad idea. What about hours?
I was wondering, do you always arrive at the office at this time?
I arrive when I arrive. Stop busting my balls, okay?
And that's not a negative? Okay.
Have you known Captain Fowler for long?
Yeah. Too long.
Start working. I ain't touching the anti-android bit.
I'd like to take a look at them.
Terminals on
I guess
your
maybe I
desk.
should have done it.
Knock yourself out.
Could have seen all the... Oh, wait, we can still do it. I want to see the bit, because I feel like we're going to go back through this, so I'm just getting in this for points.
People don't appreciate having androids around. I was wondering, is there any reason in particular you despise me?
Yeah. There is one.
Down again. Yeah, we're going to redo that bit. For sure. The plaintiff reports that he left his android at home as usual when he went to work. When he returned, the android was nowhere to be found. No trace of a break-in in the apartment. The android may have left the home without being ordered to. The plaintiff claims to have been attacked by an AV-500 working as a waiter in the Fast Coney Dogs restaurant chain situated on 842 Chamberlain Avenue. The plaintiff claims the android lunged at him unexpectedly and attempted to strangle the man before leaving the scene. The android remains at large. The plaintiff claims to have been attacked by her android, an AP-700. The android also trashed several rooms in the house before taking flight. The plaintiff, the manager of the Eden Club, reported the unexplained disappearance of a Funtime android. The android disappeared after accompanying a customer to his home and never returned to the club. Famous painter Carl Manfred was found dead in his homes following an altercation between his android and his son. The latter's witness statement attests of the android behaving violently. The android is thought to have been a prototype, unknown model and serial number, and was destroyed at the scene by attending officers. Plaintiff claims he was violently attacked by his domestic android, an AX-400 model. The android had just returned from being repaired and previous day had shown signs of aggression in the past. Interesting. And these are all assigned to us.
"243 files. First dates back 9 months. It all started in Detroit and quickly spread across the country. An AX-400 is reported to have assaulted a man last night. That could be a good starting point for our investigation." I understand you're facing personal issues, Lieutenant. But you need to move past them. And...
Hey, don't talk to me like you know me. I'm not your friend, and I don't need your advice, okay?
New form of red ice.
I've been assigned this mission, Lieutenant. I didn't come here to wait until you feel like working.
Listen, asshole. If it was up to me, I'd throw the lot of you in a dumpster and set a match to it. So stop pissing me off. Or things are gonna get nasty.
Lieutenant, sorry to disturb you. I have some information on the AX-400 that attacked the guy last night. It's been seen in the Ravendale district.
I'm on it.
Well, this is clearly a mission for points, because we are fixing that. For sure. That was a terrible way to end that. Alright, so let's mark the things that we did positively. And there is the bit with her as well that we could fix. Yeah. That's what I think we're going to do. We're probably just going to restart that whole one and try and go in a different direction. I just got to remember the questions that I chose and choose different. This is basically how we're doing the rundown, because while the thing gives us points for completing it, we also get more points for going back and correcting the things. And I am trying to get the achievement for spending 20,000 in the extras, which we probably could do again soon. No more videos or artwork. It's just this stuff. Oh? Just random stuff that we unlocked. I guess we missed some, maybe? Huh. Since 2012, Shepard and Darvessa have put out two full-length albums. Their 2015 self-titled debut, The Whiskey Charmers, and The Valley, April 2017, Mike Morrison of American Roots UK says of their new record, just 2 albums into their recording career, and I genuinely list the Whiskey Charmers as one of my favorite 21st century bands. Fans often describe the Whiskey Charmers sound as the feeling of riding through the desert with the top down, or the feeling of being in some lonesome, smoky bar off the side of an abandoned highway, or music from a spaghetti western. Comparisons have been drawn to the Cowboy Junkies, Mark Knopfler, and Loretta Lynn. They may perhaps fall into the outlaw category in Ameripolitan music, a genre created by the legendary artist Dale Watson. William P. Davis, former deputy director to the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum in Nashville, has a different opinion. I've heard a lot of good musicians. The Whiskey Charmers remind me of no one, and to me, that is one of the best compliments an act can ever receive. Detroit rock and roll. To most people, this phrase conjures up visions of Iggy. To others, it may bring to mind the recent explosions of bands from Motor City. But to those in the know, Detroit rock and roll means the one thing only: Rocket 455. Absolutely, these boys were influenced by the classic Detroit sound, but Rocket took the sound further. They added to it. They used it only as one of many building blocks in their own amazing sound. Rocket 455 put punk rock and roll on track and paved the way for the Detroit bands you know today. It's not surprising to anyone in Detroit that the underground music scene has caught up with Rocket 455 20 years later. Seems these boys are always ahead of their time. Unfortunately, although Rocket is now a music legend within the Motor City sprawl, rather unjustly, they never received the widespread recognition they deserved outside the area. They never were able to fully capture on vinyl and Midwestern angst-fueled rock and roll energy of their live show. This venerable collection of songs is as close as you're going to get to live that show. Crowned Detroit's Queen of Blues in 2015, Loretta Davis, a multi-talented international singer and songwriter from Detroit, Michigan, USA, is the winner of over 30 Detroit Music Awards, including sweeping the 2017 DMAs with 8 awards. Loretta has opened for legendary blues R&B guests such as Ray Charles, Gladys Knight, Smokey Johnson, Etta James, Buddy Guy, Coco Taylor, Junior Wells, Lonnie Brooks, Johnny Johnson, and many more. Her history is extensive and her performances are memorable, like the time she opened for Bonnie Raitt at Michigan's Ann Arbor Blues and Jazz Festival in 1992. 2006, Detroit's Princess of the Blues appeared again with Kid Rock during the Super Bowl week on Jimmy Kimmel Live. In 2007, Loretta performed with Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band and took a bite out of the Big Apple on The View and The David Letterman Show. Loretta has electrified audiences worldwide. Interesting. So these are actual real... The other ones I wasn't so sure because the Rocket 455 sounded a bit like something that came from the game. But this one, that's real, huh? That's interesting. Priority number 1 for any deviant on the run: get out of the android uniform. With no money and no opportunity to go shopping, Car has to make do with what she can find. Having been critically damaged, Marcus was thrown out with the rest of the disused and disposed machines. Literally putting himself back together again took a huge act of will and some salvaged parts. Amanda is the handler of the Connor series, responsible for investigating the deviant issue on behalf of CyberLife. Connor reports to her through a graphic interface, allowing them to stay in constant contact. If Amanda is an advisor and guide for Connor in his investigations, she also has the power to deactivate him at any time. Really? Oh, there we go. Jimmy is the owner of Jimmy's Bar in Detroit, a popular spot for the local residents and Lieutenant Hank Anderson II's home. Frequented by a number of unsavory characters, a recent case of red ice trafficking led to the closure of the bar a few years ago. As Jimmy puts it, I just serve the beers. The rest is none of my business. Jimmy hates androids, and he is very proud that his bar is android-free. Alright, we can do one more, and then we're out of points. Ben Collins is a veteran police officer who joined the force a few years after Lieutenant Anderson, whom he values and respects highly. Ben is a model officer, serious, helpful, experienced, and appreciated by all his colleagues. Without great ambition, he is quietly waiting for his retirement with professionalism and good humor. Cool. I'm so glad that I'm going back through and actually reading a lot of this stuff, because a lot of the stuff they have in this game is like really freaking interesting, like the backgrounds and stuff. All right, so we are going to Waiting for Hank. We're gonna redo the entire chapter. Need a better result. Once I realized I was going the wrong direction, that's why I was like picking all this stuff so we could see the different routes and get the points for it. But this time we'll go and we'll choose the stuff that we know was good and leave the stuff out that we know was bad. Also, one second. Let me look this one up, because the rest of it I know what to do, but the bit of should we listen to the android or to Hank? Should you listen on Hank or talk to the android? Yeah. It says in general, Hank likes it when you show empathy, are good at your job, or sarcastic or funny. That doesn't really help us in this situation. Bro, I just need a basic answer. Maybe we'll listen in, because I don't think we need to go and look at that android for anything. And I think that, maybe listening in the conversation could have a positive effect, although maybe it wouldn't. I don't know. There's gotta be a way to ask, like, is there a reason to talk to Android? In lockup? Ah, there's no answer for sure. I'm assuming the flowchart. Oh, okay, here we go. Well, there's another option right there. And then, of course, I missed out on the opportunity to listen in. But there's two things here. Anyways, let's do this bit. We already know what to do here. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Hello, Amanda.
Connor, it's good to see you. Congratulations, Connor. Finding that deviant was far from easy. And the way you interrogated it was very clever. You've been remarkably efficient, Connor.
Thank you, Amanda.
We've asked the DPD to transfer it to us for further study. It may teach the deviant.
It showed signs of PTSD after being abused by its owner. As if its original program had been completely replaced by new instructions.
This Lieutenant Anderson has been officially assigned to the deviancy case. What do you make of him?
I think he's irritable and socially challenged. But I also think he used to be a good detective. He's an intriguing character.
Unfortunately, we have no choice but to work with him. What do you think is the best approach?
Adapt.
I will adapt to his personality. It is in the best
That's
interest of
down
the
too?
investigation that I avoid conflict and try
What
to
you mean,
accommodate
fam?
psychology.
What is... what am I supposed to do? Frustration. At least it don't. This is the really early part. It only takes a couple seconds. I wonder what she wants me to say. Is my thing. Like, I've said what seems like the good options now. The other ones, I don't know. Yeah, waiting for Hank. From the beginning. Ba, ba, ba. Ra-da-da, ya-da-da, ya-da-da-da-da. Yellow, it's me again. Third time's the charm.
Hello, Amanda.
Connor, it's good to see you. Congratulations, Connor. Finding that deviant was far from easy. And the way you interrogated it was very clever. You've been remarkably efficient, Connor.
Thank you, Amanda.
We've asked the DPD to transfer it to us for further study. It may teach us something about what happened. The interrogation seemed challenging. What did you think of the deviant?
It showed signs of PTSD after being abused by its owner. As if its original program had been completely replaced by new instructions.
This Lieutenant Anderson has been officially assigned to the deviancy case. What do you make of him?
I think he's irritable and socially challenged. But I also think he used to be a good detective. He's an intriguing character.
Unfortunately, we have no choice but to work with him. What do you think is the best approach?
Indifferent?
I will focus on the investigation and try to ignore him. As long as he doesn't interfere and we avoid conflict, he shouldn't be a problem.
More and more androids show signs of deviancy. There are millions in circulation. If they become unstable, the consequences will be disastrous. You're the most advanced prototype CyberLife has ever created. If anyone can figure out what's happening, it's you.
You can count on me, Amanda.
Hurry, Connor. There's little time.
Dane, you take a look at the samples yet? The lab report says they cut it with something.
Interesting. So she plays a big part of Connor's
I'm here to see
decisions, but
Do you have authorization?
it's not like I want her to have a positive view of you, but it says to also be honest with her. So I wonder if saying indifferent, I wonder if that's honest. Because I'm honestly trying to be friends with him. I want to go with the him and Hank become friends thing.
Tensions in the Arctic have reached a Russian carrier and an American patrol boat reported to
I'm sure.
several warning shots were exchanged. Apparently,
I'm looking for Lieutenant Anderson's desk.
It's that desk right there.
I want to get all this stuff in view. That's most important because that gave me a positive. Oops. I don't know that I need to read that again, but...
You and you come with me.
Excuse me. Do you know what time Lieutenant Anderson usually arrives?
Depends on where he was the night before. If we're lucky, we'll see him before noon.
Thanks.
Hi, honey. Okay?
We already read those.
It's good to see you again, Lieutenant.
Oh, Jesus. Hank! In my office.
Knights of the Black Death. Dark heavy metal. There's something else we could look at.
This isn't just CyberLife's problem anymore. It's now a criminal investigation, and we've got to deal with it before the shit hits the fan. How much you doing?
Let's explore police station. Excuse me. Oh.
Why me? Why do I gotta be the one to deal with this shit? I am the least qualified cop in the country in this case. I know jack shit about androids, Jeffrey. I can barely change the settings on my own phone. Everybody's overloaded. I think you're perfectly qualified for this type of investigation.
Bullshit! The truth is, nobody wants to investigate these fucking androids, and you let me hold the bag.
CyberLife sent over this android to help with the investigation. It's a state-of-the-art prototype. It'll act as your partner.
No fucking way! I don't need a partner, and certainly not this plastic prick.
Hank, you are seriously starting to piss me off. You are a police lieutenant. You are supposed to do what I say and shut your goddamn mouth.
You know what my goddamn mouth has to say to you?
Okay,
huh?
Okay. I'll pretend like I didn't hear that. So I don't have to add any more pages to your disciplinary folder, because it already looks like a fucking novel. This conversation is over.
Jeffrey, Jesus Christ, why are you doing this to me? You know how much I hate these fucking things. Why are you doing this to me?
Listen, I've had just about enough of your bitching. Either you do your job or you hand in your badge. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got work to do.
I'm very pleased to have joined the team. I can assure you I'll do my very best.
Close the door on your way out.
Have a nice day, Captain.
I don't know if any of those things could have gotten a reaction out of him. I almost wished I could, like, go back. I know that then people would, like, undo every single decision, but... Oh, man. I wonder what those other two paths are about. I don't know how we would have done that. I want to give another go of this Android bit. Hopefully I can still talk to Hank as well. But I want to see if I can convince him down somehow.
They're going to destroy me.
How about Sincere?
It's probable. They have to analyze your biocomponents. They need to understand what happened. I know there's something you didn't tell me. I need to know before they take you away.
Secret?
What you said yesterday. The truth is inside. What does it mean?
I'm going to die.
Man. Hey, can I get a different answer, or is it the same thing every time? Hmm.
Open the cell, quick! Hurry!
I don't think I can do anything about it. But there's a third option. That's the thing I want to figure out.
Call Cyberlife.
Is it just because I can run into this guy? Well, so far, all I've done has made no difference, but at least we can make a difference here. Hold on. Because I'm supposed to be, like, kind of jokey with him, right? But, like, I don't know how... Okay. Oh. Huh. So we can find a magic stone. And we can check the graves, which we don't have any. Okay, but so besides finding those other two things that could have completed that, we did all the right things there. So you don't want to run into Gavin, so we fixed that. That's good. You gotta use software. Okay. Okay. So we got two positives. There is a lost positive from the Android bit that we could redo. I mean, if I really kind of want to fix that. I want to see these two outcomes, and then for this one, the ending is the same, it seems like, but we can say something better, and then we'll try and get the rest fixed up. Last time we were understanding. Let's try and be pragmatic.
Listen, I know you don't like me, But we're going to have to work together. We'll both have to make an effort.
It wasn't saying anything about these. I guess there's no reaction to this. Oh yeah, no effect on the first one. Okay. So it don't matter what we said for that bit.
In any case, I'd like you to know I'm very happy to be working with you. I'm sure we'll make a great team. Now that we're partners, it would be great to get to know each other better. Is there a desk anywhere I could use?
No one's using that one.
See, but now I feel like doing all the right decisions will just... Ah, man. Okay. Dog is a good one.
Dog, right?
How do you know that?
The dog hair's on your chair. I like dogs. What's your dog's name?
What's it to you? Sumo. I call him Sumo.
And
Do
music.
you listen to Knights of the Black Death? I really like that music. It's full of energy.
You listen to heavy metal?
Well, I don't really listen to music as such, but I'd like to. I was wondering, do you always arrive at the office at this time?
I arrive when I arrive. Stop busting my balls, okay?
If you have any files on Deviants, I'd like to take a look at them.
Terminal's on your desk. Knock yourself out.
And we already read this. Scan all.
243 files. First dates back 9 months. It all started in Detroit and quickly spread across the country. An AX-400 is reported to have assaulted a man last night. That could be a good starting point for our investigation. I understand you're facing personal issues.
Oh wait, did it just choose something for me? Crap.
But you need to move past them. And
hey, don't talk to me like you know me. I'm not your friend, and I don't need your advice, okay?
I probably didn't even leave enough time for me to make that decision, but... There's no way to get out of it bad on that.
I'm going to file a report with my superiors that you refuse to work on this investigation.
That's...
Listen, asshole. If it was up to me, I'd throw the lot of you in a dumpster and set a match to it.
The same reaction, no matter what we say.
Things are gonna get nasty.
Lieutenant, sorry to disturb you. I have some information on the AX-400 that attacked the guy last night. It's been seen in the
It's hard to make the right choices in this. It really is. Like, answers you think would be good are bad, and answers that you think bad might be good. Like, it's a lot to digest. We only got a plus 20. What was that? Yeah, listening in does nothing for us. And we did all the positives for the Amanda bit. There was other things that we could explore. And then here we did the 2 positives for Hank, but we missed a positive for Gavin. So I could go back and do the bit with Amanda and then go into this and do the right thing with the bot. But it will be the same result. We'll just get more points. I don't know. It's the thing I wonder is... Oh, wait, never mind. I just read that. The other one is for if Alice and Kara died. It'll be a different ending. So that's not... We don't have anything about that. That... I don't know how that ending could be different. That may be because he didn't make it. But we can get the 1 positive there. Whereas these 2 will just be addition. So we can get points and positive interaction. If we do it one more time. I kind of want to perfect it. I'm not going to lie. Normally I've been going with what we've got by this point, but we know the exact thing that we should be saying in this one. It's not like we have to do a bunch more versions of it. We know what we need to say this time. We got it in the bag. So I really want to see what this new bit
the story chart
over in this beginning part is, because we can look at different stuff in this area. So start the Amanda bit again. And then we are going straight forward after this, because we already know how to get everything we needed. Yeah, we actually might 100% this chapter, to be honest. No, I guess, never mind. We can't 100% it, because the 100% it, Alice and Kara would have had to die, so we won't be getting that one. But there is some other stuff out here. Okay, we can't go in the grass or anything. I'm assuming this is where the graves would be, but we have not died, so we don't have to worry about that bit. And now there's some kind of node. What? But I went in a full circle. Where is this node? The circular archway. Circular archway. There ain't nothing circular in this entire map. I don't get what you mean. Maybe the node is not easily found. Or is it that? No? Oh, it can't be that. 'Cause this is the beginning bit, right? Oh, there it is. I see it now. What did that do? I have no idea. It doesn't seem to have done anything, but it did count my flowchart, didn't it? Yeah. And the other one we can't access because we haven't died. Gotcha. Amanda, how you is? Nah, I was about to say, there is an option that makes it neutral, but I'd rather have the good.
Hello, Amanda.
Connor, it's good to see you. Congratulations, Connor. Finding that deviant was far from easy. And the way you interrogated it was very clever. You've been remarkably efficient, Connor.
Thank you, Amanda.
We've asked the DPD to transfer it to us for further study. It may teach us something about what happened. The interrogation seemed challenging. What did you think of the deviant?
All right. So, I think this is there's no reaction, right? It says traumatized, no effect, intervention, no effect, simulation, no effect, but deviancy is blank. So what does that mean?
It showed all the signs of deviancy. Cognitive instability, unpredictable behavior, and the emulation of human emotions. It was even afraid to die. The model was clearly defective.
This Lieutenant Anderson has been officially
They're all
assigned
no
to the
effect then, okay.
deviancy case. What do you make of him?
No effect. I'm gonna stick with intriguing.
I think he's irritable and socially challenged. But I also think he used to be a good detective. He's an intriguing character.
Unfortunately, we have no choice but to work with him. What do you think is the best approach?
I will focus on the investigation and try to ignore him. As long as he doesn't interfere and we avoid conflict, he shouldn't be a problem.
More and more androids show signs of deviancy. There are millions in circulation. If they become unstable, the consequences will be disastrous. You're the most advanced prototype CyberLife has ever created. If anyone can figure out what's happening, it's you.
You can count on me, Amanda.
Hurry, Connor. There's little time.
Can I help you?
I'm here to see Lieutenant Anderson.
Do you have authorization?
Yes.
Lieutenant Anderson hasn't arrived yet, but you can wait at his desk.
I'm looking for Lieutenant Anderson's desk.
It's that desk right there.
I want to just see one bit. It doesn't say anything about if you listen into the conversation. Hmm. Alright, I'll respond to the captain have no effect, so we're good on that end.
Excuse me. Do you know what time Lieutenant Anderson usually
You and you
arrives?
come with me.
Depends on where he was the night before. If we're lucky, we'll see him before noon.
Thanks.
Alright. Think we got it this time.
Hi, honey. You okay? Listen.
Release date is 2021. What did I... Oh, the plant. Forgot.
It's good to see you again, Lieutenant.
Oh, Jesus. Hank! In my office.
They're going to destroy me.
I'm sorry. It's not what I wanted. But there's nothing I can do. I know there's something you didn't tell me. I need to know before they take you away.
Oh, you kidding me? Software instability was already what we got. And there's no effect no matter what we do. Okay, so we've asked about the...
What you wrote on the wall. RA9. What does it mean?
I'm going to die.
So there's no difference there.
Open the cell, quick! Hurry! So I don't have to add any more pages to your disciplinary folder, because it already looks like a fucking novel! This conversation is over! Jesus Christ, you do this to me. You don't tell me this to parents. You do understand. Either you do your job or you hand in your badge. Now, if you excuse me, I've got work to do.
I don't think it actually makes a difference in the beginning. There's no effect regardless, so let's try and be constructive.
It's an honor to be working with you, Lieutenant. I'm sure we'll make a great team. In any case, I'd like you to know I'm very happy to be working with you. I'm sure we'll make a great team. Now that we're partners, it would be great to get to know each other better. Is there a desk anywhere I could use?
No one's using that one.
You have a dog, right?
How do you know that?
The dog hair's on your chair. I like dogs. What's your dog's name?
What's it to you? Sumo. I call him Sumo.
Do you listen to Knights of the Black Death? I really like that music. It's full of energy.
You listen to heavy metal?
Well, I don't really listen to music as such, but I'd like to. I was wondering, do you always arrive at the office at this time?
I arrive when I arrive. Stop busting my balls, okay?
Take a look at these samples.
If you have any files on Deviants, I'd like to take a look at them.
Terminal's on your desk. Knock yourself out.
You really need to...
243 files. First dates back 9 months. It all started in Detroit and quickly spread across the country. An AX-400 is reported to have assaulted a man last night. That could be a good starting point for our investigation.
I honestly don't think I ended up doing anything different except for seeing that node. So I guess we'll see if that ends up mattering later on, but I feel like that's a bit of Connor's stuff. Professional?
I know you didn't ask for this investigation, Lieutenant, but I'm sure you're a professional.
Why don't you go fuck yourself?
I've been assigned this mission, Lieutenant. I didn't come here to wait until you feel like working.
Listen, asshole.
And that was bad no matter what we chose. The same lines no matter what we choose, except for the first to second.
Sorry to disturb you. I have some information on the AX.
Yeah, no, we literally didn't do anything different except in the Amanda bit, but oh well.
I'm on it.
At least I know I'm sure that I got the best option that time. That one, the police bits, I really want to like ace because I feel like with power of deduction you could be able to see a lot more stuff. Alright. So yeah, we have no idea what that last ending is. But I have a feeling that might be just that he didn't make it through the interrogation. We tried that one and that did nothing for us. Yeah, we did everything. You know, except for the graves. Can't do that because we didn't die. That bit because he survived into the cell. And then that bit because Kara and daughter survived. Gotcha. Cyber Wildlife. First Android zoo opens. U.S. life expectancy now 91. 0.4% of world population holds 94% of global wealth. Oof. Interesting. CyberLife is set to open the first Android zoo in Los Angeles, which will exhibit all exotic species to have become extinct in the last 30 years. Loot turtles, polar bears, mountain gorillas, African elephants, and several species of tiger will be among the most high-profile attractions. CyberLife CSR spokeswoman Danielle Carnegie said the zoo caters to people of all ages and has a special mission to educate and inspire the younger generation about the importance of protecting our fragile environment. What? Though some environmentalists have claimed the zoo will diminish popular concern for the extinction of real animals, it's difficult not to be enthusiastic about technology being used to recreate vanished species. The animals themselves have yet to be unveiled, but CyberLife promises they will be more real than the real thing. No doubt an ideal weekend trip for the family. Canada. Still Android-free zone. Canada, where the air is clean and the welcome is always warm. Discover the landscape. Discover the wild. Discover Canada. Despite the United States voting in its Android Act as early as 2028, the Canadian Parliament has yet again pushed back its decision on whether to permit androids in the country. As a result, androids are still not sold in Canada and have no official status in the country. With androids continuing to fuel unprecedented growth in the U.S. economy, yet contributing to record levels of unemployment, the arguments for and against putting them on sale in Canada rages on. But for the time being, Canada remains an Android-free zone. What else can we do? Find new clothes. I'm thinking they're probably upstairs. Cut hair. Okay. I feel like we need to find like scissors or something at that point. Can we just see all the different versions? Let's go with that. I like the blonde. What?
That's all for now. Here you go.
got officers sweeping the neighborhood in case anybody saw anything.
Okay, well, let me know if they turn anything up.
What are you gonna do with that?
I have no idea.
It took the first bus that came along and stayed at the end of the line. Its decision wasn't planned. It was driven by fear.
Androids don't feel fear.
Deviants do. They get overwhelmed by their emotions and make irrational decisions.
All right, well, that still doesn't tell us where it went.
It didn't have a plan, and it had nowhere to go. Maybe it didn't go far.
Maybe.
Ralph found this to feed the little girl. It's good for her. A present. To make up for past misunderstandings. Ralph will cook. We will do just like humans do. Humans like burnt meat. Come. Come and sit down. That's better. Ralph went to a lot of trouble to find something for the little girl to eat. It wouldn't be polite for her to refuse, would it? Great. Great. Succulent, you'll see. Succulent. Succulent. Father, mother, little girl.
Please, Car. I don't want to eat that.
What did she say?
She said she can't wait to eat it. She's very hungry.
The little human is not going to regret it. Ralph found the best, the biggest one he could find. This is going to be succulent. Succulent. Go ahead. Eat.
We're going to stand up now. And we're going to leave, Ralph.
No.
There was another option, but I don't know what that would have done. It didn't unlock it.
Ralph says so.
You said you wanted to be like a family, Ralph. Father, mother, the little girl, remember? Father would never threaten his little girl with a knife to make her eat.
Ralph went to a lot of trouble. That's why he just wanted the little girl to eat. But Ralph is not bad. No, not bad.
Then let us go.
Anybody home? There's blue blood on the fence. I know another android was here.
Irreversible skin damage. Probable cause extreme heat. Signs of software instability. Probability of self-destruction moderate. Gardner reported missing.
Don't be afraid. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Perfect tool to cut a wire fence. Androids don't need heat. Table set for 3 people. Food? Androids don't eat.
There's blue blood on the fence. I know another android was here.
Ralph scratched himself coming through. That's Ralph's blood.
I'm looking for an AX-400. Have you seen it?
Ralph's seen nobody.
Are there any other androids here?
Other androids? No. Ralph is alone.
Coming, Lieutenant!
Find source of stress. But he told me to come outside. Which I can't do.
Is anyone upstairs?
No. Nobody.
Android is telling the truth. Wait, we know how to we know how to tell if they're telling the truth or not?
Run! Quick, Kara!
Connor, what's going on?
It's here! Call it in! Which way did it go?
That way. They're headed for the train station.
They're over there!
Don't shoot! We need it alive!
Oh, fuck. That's insane. Hey, where are you going?
I can't let them get away!
They won't. They'll never make it to the other side.
I can't take that chance!
Now you will get yourself killed! Do not go after him, Connor. That's an order.
Got it. I guess I made a mistake at the one point that was no big deal. Whew.
Are you okay?
And obviously the other one is if he chases. And I guess there would have been an option if we didn't find them. See other things we can do. But I think we made a pretty solid run. Oop. Oh, didn't catch in time. We are in the red, fair warning. We may not drop, but it may also happen. Do apologize. Now I want to look up On the Run. Oop. Okay, these are all the different branches. Squat branch. Here we go. Oh, we missed an opportunity. Apparently, in Ralph's stuff, there was money we could have taken. That might have been good for later, but I don't see redoing the whole chapter just for that. Interesting. So there is a couple bits that we could go back for. All right, well, I'm gonna keep reading this. I'm gonna run to the bathroom. I appreciate you guys being here, hanging out, lurking. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much for spending time with this TV show today. I appreciate you and everything you do, and I'll be back in just a few. I know, because you like to give away everything good we're ever given. You shouldn't be giving away stuff just because you don't want to eat it. How's that fair to hate the rest of it? Because you don't want to eat it because you don't want other people to have it.
Yeah, how's it fair that we don't get a job and contribute to the family?
That makes no sense, Dad. No, why do you keep saying that stuff to me when you're being this and bad about Paul? It's like, you know, we're just talking equal. What difference does that make between the two of us? Your generation are mostly miserable because they all took jobs they don't want. You know, that's an actual statistic, right? Hating your job your whole life.
Steven. No.
Well, man, I learned from the other people's examples. They say most of your generation ain't happy because they decided early in life they had to do a particular job. Now, I'm not saying that's for you necessarily, but I know plenty of people y'all's age, or like Brandon's dad, for example, who hate life, you know, just because they had to, felt like they had to waste it away doing the hardest job in the planet. You know. It's not wrong to want something better of your life.
No, but eventually you get a job, no one's going to hire you because they want fast-paced jobs anyway.
No, I mean, that wasn't a problem.
You're making it more and more difficult.
That wasn't a problem with Casey's. They just wanted to see me in an interview. Once they knew I could complete an interview and had social skills, they hired me. I mean, it's not like I'm incapable of being a human. That's usually what most interview people want, is just to know that you can be a people person. Yeah, well, Dad, you have an entire house that are doing the same things, and yet you only put pressure on me.
Because I have expectations.
Yeah. All right, so this one I am sticking with. So I looked through it, and although I find it interesting, there's a whole nother bit that we haven't explored. I don't know what that's about. But then, like, all these others are for the different places that they stayed in and whatnot, so we wouldn't do any of those. So we continue on down this line. We did all the positive stuff here. Apparently there's other options for change clothes. I don't know. We did remove LED, and right there was a body in the bathtub. But that's just another thing, which, like, it's got a red dot there, so I don't know. No, that just means we haven't done it. I don't think that matters. It's just something that we can talk to him about, and then he goes through this stuff, and I think we did the best thing there. Like I said, the money thing was an option, but there's actually no reason to have the money. It just makes Ralph tell on you because you stole from him. Like, he notices that you stole from him. And then going through all these, the rest of this is, all Connor stuff. And, like, there's a bit right there, which maybe he could have told, and a bit right there, which is something we didn't look into. And apparently there's something we didn't look to on the ground floor could have led to another direction. Which I would assume would be them, maybe getting caught. Maybe if you wouldn't have made friends with Ralph, he would have told on you, and that would have ended like that. But we had a positive one, and we went to the chase. We did all the right things in the chase, and her making that one trip didn't make a difference. We did all the right things. We did not want Connor to chase, so everything we wanted to do was done in this. I'm not going to go back and mess with anything because it ended in a positive light.
Several sources report that CyberLife has provided Detroit police with a prototype detective android. Although police assistant androids have existed for several years now, this would be the first case of an android being authorized to play an active role in criminal investigations. We contacted CyberLife for comment, but no longer.
We are now approaching Ferndale Station. Please take care when stepping onto the platform. Customers are reminded that all androids must ride in the designated area.
There's a place where we can be free. Find Jericho.
Alright, and I do believe that is just about going to do us for today. So, I appreciate you guys being here, hanging out, lurking. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much for spending some time in the Steve-O stream today. I appreciate you and everything you do. And we are going to go to the T-Roy stream because he is playing Like a Dragon again. I always love to see that. Or wait, I've seen Nishi go live. I want to give the raid to Nishi because I haven't seen him in a while. I will also be in the T_Rory Jenkins stream as well. Checking that out, but Nishi does not stream very often anymore, so let's show him some love. Checking out some Marvel Rivals. Alright, appreciate you guys being here, hanging out, lurking. Y'all are amazing. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your night, day, evening, morning, wherever you may be.
We need to proceed to a test of your controller. The test is now complete. Thank you for your cooperation.